come out throwing here to start the drive. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Looking to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6. They'll set up a throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Caleb Farley. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. First carry now for Trey Sermon. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. Second and 6. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
And he'll get 3 down at the 34-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. They fake the handoff. Now Lance. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Niners have taken the early lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
2nd down and 7. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this one is incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Lance, a give now to Sermon. Runs over him. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. They'll try and run for the first with Sermon. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
None of these runs individually added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And now they'll throw with Lance. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
A play fake for Sermon. Now Lance. He's going to float this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, 49ers. Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. At their own 20-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Man open, here is Jones. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Again, he'll drop to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawks touchdown. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks have made this a one-score game. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. On the handoff, Sermon. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Lance. Looking left side, and it's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. One quarter, 14-7 our score. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the gun, Sermon. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Lance. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Here's Mostert. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Running left is Sermon. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Trey Sermon, his second touchdown on the season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll try the left side. It's Fowler. And some space here. And out across midfield down to the 45.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. But they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. They'll run on first down. It's Fowler. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there to make the play defensively. Offensive line really didn't give him any room to maneuver on that play.
Things closed pretty quickly, didn't they? And how about the wrap-up at the end of that tackle? Left no doubt there would be no additional yardage to be found.
2nd and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 47 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the 49ers are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Off of play action, here's Lance. And he goes down, it's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. On 2nd down, it's Sermon. They'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle.
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. On the NFL scoreboard, an update from Los Angeles. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important. They'll set up to throw. Incomplete into the hands of Fowler. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get him the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47, the 20. Front and into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. 2nd and 2. They're going to look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And got his man complete. Touchdown. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will be cut down to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Lance now on first down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now a play fake. Lance. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands. Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones, because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised him a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped him well short of a first down.
47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
On second down, another shot for Sermon. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down. Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. And they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the counter, Sermon. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. But not much on that run, Charles. No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Lance to throw it. Flush to his right. Finding some room at midfield. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Well, you had an offense working with a comfortable two-score lead here in the third quarter, and certainly doesn't feel as comfortable now following the turnover.
Yeah, you're right about that, because now the nerves start to come into play a little bit. You're a little bit jangled. You don't want to give your opponents any avenues to get back into the game. What you'd rather do, put up signs that say, roads closed.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that payoff in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play there for Seattle. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. Now back to throw.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for the Seahawks. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56.
On play action, Lance.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
Darrell Taylor in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
56 to Mike, boys, 56. Check 56.
Lance looking to throw it.
Eluding the pressure right. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Call it an even 20 yards on the pickup. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
They'll try and run here with Mostert.
And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46.
What were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Sermon now on 1st and 10. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Lance, a handoff here to Mostert. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Definitely too early to panic, but that is his 4th carry of the game, and collectively has a total 10 yards. So maybe there's no panic, but maybe some concern.
Yeah, and maybe a little concern up front because they're not giving him any space right now. And now Mostert is going to be stopped up short. He did not get there. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. They'll run for it. Sermon. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And this is Sermon. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you?
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
We've called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Fowler. And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 28. 68 yards on the ground for him so far. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
On 3rd down, it's Fowler. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will... Start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And Lance now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds a defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Flushed out right. This is caught. It's Cooks. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. A big 3rd down play there for the Niners. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And if you look at the next-gen stats, you'll see that he topped out at an even 21 miles an hour. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They'll run right side with Mostert. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. A good productive run there on 1st down. He winds up getting 8.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
56 to Mike.
On 2nd and 12, Lance. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And he'll be brought down shy of the 1st down marker at the 11. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
I'm coming after you. Hey, green. Mike, 15. We go. Right, fellas, right. Let's go. Hey, Mike's 15. Mike's. I got you, punk. 15's the Mike.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. He'll drop to throw. Looking downfield for Jones. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Now a throw here to his running back. That catch good for only a couple.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Dancing to his left. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So 3rd down, and a field goal from here would be right about 50 yards as they try to get closer. They'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Diamador Lenore. And the Niners have just about sewn up this football game. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. 2nd and 11 now. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
On second down, Mostert. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. Once again, it's Mostert. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage.
And now here is another interception. He's picked off at his own 47. Powering his way forward. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, in a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
So the victory here for San Francisco and this coaching staff, CD, I think you'd agree, pleased with this overall effort.
Oh, I think they're more than pleased, right? They've got to look at each other like, wow, we just pulled this one off in a big way. Great job of motivating, even better job of game planning. They were facing a top 10 defense, so they had to make sure that everything was buttoned down, and they had it ready to go, and their guys executed.
Yeah, they were concerned not only about moving the ball through the air, but also on the ground. But both really started to come in sync. So for the 49ers, it's a much-needed victory as it gets them back to 2-4 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Pittsburgh Steelers come to town. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8.